Hey, how about you, everybody? Welcome into the Corner Recruiting Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for Auburn Sports. Dadgummit. Today is Wednesday, October the 8th, 2025 for you. It is Tuesday evening, October the 7th, same year, 2025 for us. Keep that in mind moving forward. If we slip up with any today's, tomorrow's, yesterday's, last night's, tomorrow night, the other night, we will do it just to keep you on your toes. Fantastic show for you tonight. Auburn tonight. Auburn is back home this weekend, which means recruits will be back on campus. And in even bigger news, the opponent is Georgia, which means the recruiting weekend has gotten even bigger. We'll talk about the official visitors coming in, the unofficial visitors coming in. We're going to get some questions from the board. We'll dish out some how about yous, and here to do it with me, as they always are, 100% of the time. When I look up and Cole Pinkston's wearing green and Alan Head is not, they're freaking here. How about you, boys?
How about you?
How about, see, I keep messing it up, man, for whatever reason. I just, I can't get on the
Me and Cole throwing up the U, baby.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Looking
Good
good.
Orange? Is that orange?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
I bought this shirt on clearance. It's a North Face. I got it for like $7, and I was like, man, I can wear that on the show.
Yeah.
I can wear that on the show.
Yeah, my man looked like Michael Irvin over here talking about it's all about the you. It's all about the you.
Michael Irvin's acting a little strange these days, I have to admit.
Yeah.
Is he? I haven't paid much attention to Irv as of late.
He's fine. He's just a little out there on the sideline. Thank you, Zach.
It's a hell of a drug, Cole.
Hey. I was actually going to say it. Thank you for not letting me say that, Zach. Hey, before we get started, we're going to get some questions first. But before we do, don't forget, if you're in the market for a new GMC, Chevrolet, Sierra, Silverado, give Caleb Schofield a call there at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. GM certified sales and lease professional. Give him a call, 334-531-0996. He's out there off of exit 62 off I-85. Can't miss it. Get off, go over there, and it's over there on your right. It's huge. Get ready to smile, big dog. Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC is now celebrating over 33 years of serving East Alabama and West Georgia for sales, service, and parts. They have parts. The inventory is fantastic. Over 500 new and used vehicles on the ground and on the way. Loaded with over 200 brand new Chevy Silverados, GMC Sierra trucks, hundreds of pre-owned, ready-to-go vehicles. And don't forget to tell him you want that. How about you special? Because I know he got one earlier this week. Somebody called and said, I want that about you special. And he gave it to him. Give him a call. Caleb Schofield there at Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika. 334-531-0996. Tell him we sent you. Heard it. Let's see. Fellas, listen. I am excited about the football game Saturday night. I'm excited that it's a Saturday night football game. I'm excited that the opponent is Georgia. I'm excited that Las Vegas thinks it's going to be a very close game. I'm excited Auburn's coming off a bye week. I'm excited about a lot of this things. I am even more excited about the potential that Auburn has on the recruiting trail coming in this weekend. As I mentioned, 3 right now as of Tuesday night. Nikai Heppy is coming in for an official visit. He's a big offensive tackle committed to Auburn. You've got Caden KK Johnson, Texas A&M tight end commitment, is coming in for an official visit. And then Laziah Jackson, a 4-star cornerback from Leesburg, Georgia, who is committed to Stanford, is coming in for an official visit. Those 3 guys, OVs. We'll talk about some unofficial visits there towards the end of the show. We want to get some questions first. Make sure we get everything covered before we get to what we want to cover. We'll start off with Carter Man. Good start right here. Carter Man 427 wants to know, any chance we get Jae Lamar on campus and make a big move for him this weekend? We were talking a little bit about this before the show. Jae Lamar from Colquitt County down in Moultrie, Georgia. I don't know if it's been officially reported. I think it has.
I think it has.
He is no longer with the team. I'm not going to speculate why, because I don't know the facts.
Right.
I don't know that anything was reported as far as reasons go, but I don't know if that will have any effect. Carter, I will say this. I will be curious because he has said for weeks now that he plans to be at Auburn this weekend. So with all that said, nuts and bolts of this, the black and white of it, was any chance we get Jae Lamar on campuses, we get absolutely a chance. Yes. Absolutely. As far as I know, absolutely. And can Auburn make a big move for him, fellas? Cole, Jae Lamar, we all love him. We think he's 1A.
Yeah.
Do you think Auburn can make a big move for him this weekend?
I think a lot depends on this developing situation.
I hear you.
It is what it is. Listen, it has been reported. I just checked on that, so it has been reported. How does Georgia take that? How does Auburn take that? I'm curious. Now, Georgia, I don't think they're just dying to have backs. Is Auburn? I kind of think maybe this is the year Auburn might go big for a back. If not this year, definitely next year. But, man, when? You know, when do they do it? I think you might – maybe it seems a little more favorable for Auburn now, not just because of the news, but I did go and see him not too long ago, and he was pretty honest. He was like, man, listen, I'm listening to him. I'm not going to say it's a done deal with Georgia, but go Dogs is what he said. It's like,
okay.
I
appreciate your honesty.
If there's ever been an outcome of one particular game that affects a recruitment, I think this is probably one with Jae Lamar.
Okay.
And I don't know that it necessarily has to be a win-loss, right? Like, obviously, for him to flip here, I think there needs to be some sustainability with the coaching staff, right? And part of that is Auburn needs to win this football game. But more so than that, I think Auburn needs to show a commitment to running the football. This is a kid that is a high priority target for a lot of different teams, not just for Georgia. Florida State loves this young man. And we all know how Gus Malzahn recruits running backs for his offense. So while the door may be open for him to flip from Georgia, I don't necessarily know that Auburn is showing him what he wants to see from a development standpoint on the field. And that productivity has to be there to get him into enticed. So for me, for Auburn to make a move, yes, you have to be competitive in this game. The NIL structure absolutely has to be there to make it to where it's appetizing to him. And then you got to show that you're willing to use running backs within the structure of your offense. And if all three of those things come together for this weekend, yes, you're damn right you can make a move. But I don't think you can move any one of those three legs and expect to get anywhere with Jae Lamar.
Completely agree. I think Auburn's foot in the door would be NIL, a very large package, at least comparable. I'm not saying no, it can't be comparable to Georgia. I think it's got to be more significantly more for him to even, hey, what's going on in there?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I think Auburn probably will, if I had to guess.
I'm right there with you.
And I looked into it a little further. Jeff Sintel is the one I think who reported, and the head coach just told him he's no longer with us.
No longer the team.
And there's no explanation other than that. So,
well, if Georgia keeps him, obviously Auburn's going to continue. I think it might get interesting if Georgia were to drop him, which we may not know for weeks. But certainly going to be tracking that one extremely closely, Carter, and be very, very curious. And we'll be trying to confirm this throughout the week, whether or not he plans on coming, and then certainly confirm whether or not he shows on Saturday. Tank for American. I thought it was Tank for America.
Maybe we got a copycat.
Not to be confused.
Not to be confused. Which recent decommit, Xavier Rucker from Georgia Tech or Tyron Wortham from Michigan State? Rucker is a running back commitment from Atlanta area. Tyron Wortham from Sarasota, Florida, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere down there. Is more relevant to Auburn. This is a great question because both of those cats are very relevant to Auburn.
Yeah, the answer is both. They both are. If I'm not mistaken, Alan, is Rutgers is he blowing up a little bit since that decommitment? Does he have some other visits lined up maybe?
I haven't looked into it very much, Cole. I'll be honest with you on that. I did ask around when I saw that happen, and I was told that Xavier Rutgers would take it, Auburn. Are they knocking down his door at this point? I don't know that that's the case, but I think it's very relevant. Now, this is what I will say is that he's a really, really got to trust your eye eval because he's predominantly played wide receiver his senior year very limited carries at running back. But this is a kid that running backs coach, offensive coordinator Derek Nix went to watch in person, did a live evaluation of him in practice, really liked what he saw, or at least that was the feedback I got. I think that's what Cole reported as well.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting. I think we all believe Auburn wants to take 2 high school running backs now. Like that seems to be the goal at this point, and maybe potentially even a third as a transfer running back, depending on what happens with their roster coming after this season. So this could be a big signing class for running backs. I think Xavier Rucker is somebody they're very impressed with at this point or want to know more about. Let me put it like that. And so maybe once they get him on campus for the visit, that will maybe drive some of that attention. Tyron Wortham, I'm personally very interested. Really like the kid's skill set. I think he's kind of blowing up some.
Yeah.
It is interesting, though, that the other team seems to be UCF at this point, and I wouldn't have necessarily thought that's who Auburn would be recruiting against in that battle.
Yeah.
He was originally committed to UCF, Tyron Wortham.
Okay.
And
Cole, you broke this news. Where, what game is it? The Missouri game? He's coming in for an official visit.
Yes, the 17th. So following the Georgia game, the next weekend for Missouri, he'll be
Friday week.
Yep. And it is an official visit. And Auburn, from what I understand, he's high on the board and has been since he got offered, which it's been a couple months since he was offered. So they've been talking to him. He opens up his commitment, and it was Hayes Fawcett that reported UCF was in the mix as well. I did ask Tyron Wortham if he's taking another visit, and he said no, not right now. Or not yet. Not yet. I think he's going to schedule some, but he doesn't have any others scheduled yet as of Monday. So we'll see. Right now, it's Auburn coming in 2 weeks. I think that's a pretty big development, and he's high on the board.
Quick stat update for Tyron Wortham so far. Now, this is according to Max Preps, so they may be wrong. You know how it goes. 6 games played, 35 receptions, 577 yards, and 7 touchdowns so far in his senior season. So
I think that's right. I watched all of his huddle film from this season, and he's making plays left and right. So
he is, and he's got some versatility where you can plug him inside or outside. He's not pigeonholed at the slot, which is what I thought early on in his recruitment.
I spoke to somebody on Monday that's been studying him and watching him, seeing him in camps, stuff like that, and they said NFL upside on this guy. So I think Auburn feels the same way about him. As far as the question, though, they're both – I'd keep an eye on both of those guys. Very important. Interesting about Rucker, he played offensive line like in lower level football, and he loves pass blocking. He told me that. I forgot about it. He was like, that's my favorite part of the game.
Nice.
So he's an interesting guy. He's kind of a do-it-all guy. He's been playing receiver. He can pass block. He can run. He's fast, big. He's a built guy. So I think Derek Nix likes him a lot.
I think when it comes to the running back board, I think you've got Jae Lamar. Like I said, at 1A, I would put Rucker and Cooper Crosby below him, and I think maybe this weekend might go a long way in deciding. And I think both of Rucker could be. I kind of expect him to be. I know he's not on the list yet, but I kind of expect that to change before this weekend. Cooper Crosby's coming in, so there's going to be some backs on, especially if Jae Lamar comes. So I think if you could get.
I think Rucker is coming in, Jeffrey.
Okay.
We'll get that updated on there, but
that was as per Caleb's report that he's coming in this weekend.
Oh, did he put it on there?
Yep.
Okay. I know he said he thought he was coming, but I don't know if he confirmed it. Well, there you go. Cooper Crosby and Xavier Rucker both coming in this weekend. Tyron Wortham next weekend. We think there could be some movement there as well. So this is where things are going to start picking up. The second half of the season is almost upon us, which means we're about 2 months, November, December, about 2 months from signing day. As a matter of fact, I think it's 2 months from today.
Wow.
Today meaning Wednesday for you watcher listeners, right? Is it the first Wednesday in December?
First Wednesday in December. Literally, it is the Wednesday of the SEC championship game, which would not be advantageous to Auburn should you have any substantive change to your coaching staff, right?
Yeah.
That would be relatively difficult, but the good news is they have shifted the portal windows to be more reflective of that in January, so that you do get a reprieve there in case you do have like a coordinator change or something more significant than that.
Let's see. Ranger 361. Tell us about Kansas State commit Oliver Miller, three-star offensive tackle, who is on this weekend's visit list. Oliver Miller committed to, let me pull up his page, Zach.
Kansas State
back in May, I believe. I don't know much about him. He's kind of a new name for me. He's originally, he's from Colorado, committed to Kansas State May 19th. This is, as far as I know, his first unofficial visit to Auburn. Don't really know much more than that. Does anybody else?
Yeah, he plays for Cherry Creek, which is kind of a powerhouse program there in Colorado. If I remember correctly, what was it? Shane Callahan, was that the recruit that Jeff Grimes bagged from out there?
Kozan.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was Alex Kozan, and then you also had another kid from Colorado.
Oh, Shane Callahan, is that who you said?
Yeah, Shane Callahan, and I think he was from Cherry Creek.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. So some success for Auburn in that neck of the woods with at least two guys that we're talking about right now from the state of Colorado. But he's a guy with really good size.
He transferred to Colorado, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he's a guy that's probably got some portability. From what I've seen on his highlight cut-ups, he can play inside or out, probably more right tackle than left, but a guy that gives you that combo piece that you really kind of need in today's game when you're trying to get your best five on the field, and somebody that could be a swing player for you. So there's value there, right? And I think, and I want to get Cole's opinion and yours as well, Jeffrey, but I think this is something you're going to start to see Auburn do, is circle commitment list for teams that are not having a lot of success this season, right? Like you're going to see Cooper Jaworski, who's coming in from UCLA. Now they got a big win against Penn State last weekend. Ugly for James Franklin. But anyway, teams like that, teams like Kansas State, who've really kind of hit the skids this year. And if you're able to pull off a big win against Georgia, and I know people are already maybe dismissing the fact that Auburn could win this game, or at least maybe that's what I've been paying attention to, the negative content from certain Auburn fans. Guys, Auburn's very alive in this game, like very alive. And if you get a signature win like this, well, now all of a sudden you've got some real momentum to sell. You're able to get Missouri in another week. Well, now things really kind of take off from where they were. So things are within hand to be able to make a real change on the recruiting trail. But I do think that there's going to be a concerted effort by the staff to look at places like, okay, it's tenuous there, right? Maybe they've had a coaching change. Maybe it's just a poor season. If Auburn's playing well, we have an opportunity to really get involved and flip some kids.
Yeah. Austin Faison, how many must-haves are left out there for this class? Must-haves. I hate that word.
I do too.
I feel like the ones they felt like needed to be in the class are in the class right now, at least at this point. Y'all feel that way?
I think.
I'll tell you what. Is Corey Wells a must-have?
I mean, if not him, then who is the question you ask?
I would circle positions, right? So defensive tackle, you got to land somebody there, right? There has to be a must-have. And Corey, as Cole just said, if not him, then who? Edge. What's Auburn going to do there? Who's the must-have at that position?
It's not must-have him. It's must-have an. You must have an edge. You must have two defensive linemen.
Yes.
You must have a cornerback.
Yeah, and so that makes Lesai Jackson probably a must-have at this point, right? Now, we're probably expanding what must-have actually means, but if you're looking for how you're looking to fill out your class, and those are all critical positions to me. Like, I don't think you can skip a year where you just skip a position. You can go light at it, but I don't think you can overall skip it, right? Like, to not land a defensive tackle in this class would be insanity.
Detrimental.
Yes.
It'd be tough, yeah. You can always go – I mean, we've learned now you can go to the portal and get a young guy and treat them as if they were like an Xavier Atkins. But you don't want to rely on it. That's where it gets hairy, right? Don't go there. Like, get it done now. Squirrely, hairy. Get somebody in the class. Give yourself a fallback option. Corey Wells does that. That one's become harder than it maybe we thought it would be. It seemed like it was trending really well. It's not over by any means. I mean, I still think Auburn's very much in the game. I think Ole Miss is very much in the game to keep them in state. Like we said before, I feel like Ole Miss and Auburn maybe have the edge over Texas.
I think Texas is slipping.
I do too.
And it doesn't help their case that they're slipping.
No, it does not. I mean, you look at Texas. Texas has the same record that Auburn has, and Texas has played a weaker schedule to this point.
And somehow favored to beat Oklahoma.
Well, let me take that back. They played a weaker SEC schedule to this point.
Yeah, fair enough. They were supposed to beat Florida, that's for sure.
Oh, AU rules. With the product on the field looking so rough on offense, to be fair, and the playing time pitch less likely to be effective in year 3, what is the staff pitching to recruits? And I'll take this opportunity. Hugh Freeze actually answered this question, and this is what he said. Who sent that, Cole? Was that Justin?
Yeah, it was in our.
Oh, here you go. Free. Nobody wants to hear, nor do I, that we are closer, but we have to get over the hump in some of these games and prove that we just need a little more help to help us get over the hump against all of these top 10 teams that we have in a row, top 5, some, whatever they are. I can't keep it. I think we have proven that we are in the right mix with them. Convincing these recruits in a game like this, come help us get over the hump, is vital. So he's basically saying,
Alan, we have the same reaction to that.
Yeah, we do.
Go ahead.
I get that's Hugh's pitch. I get it.
It works for this. It works for this show.
It works for this show, right? I don't love it.
No, I don't either.
And my face probably shows that. But again, I have to remember that his target audience is an 18-year-old kid that looks at the game very differently than I do, right? So I am cognizant of that. But if to me, the pitch would be, come watch us win this game.
Yeah.
Yes, we've played 2 very difficult road games against top 10 opponents. And yes, we didn't play our best. But guys, we're getting ready to show you what we're capable of. And I know Hugh can't say that, right? Like he can't say we're about to beat Georgia. That's bulletin board material for Georgia, right? But hearing Jeffrey read that off, it just,
I know.
You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't sit well.
How long are you going to say that, right?
That's exactly it, right? Before it just sounds tone deaf.
Right. And playing time, man, you still offer that for sure. I mean, how many freshmen are playing right now? How many guys are moving on? Tons. You're still patchworking out of the portal. And I think anytime you're doing that, when you're bringing in elite freshmen like a Braylon Womack, Jace Matthews, Jacquez Wilkes, there's a place for them immediately, not later. You're not behind others. You're in there.
I think that is the one thing I have to give this staff credit for, right? And this is something that Jeffrey and I talked about privately, but recruiting has shifted so much now that with how you target kids, they have to be guys that can see the field for you in the first 2 years now, or otherwise they're going to transfer, right?
Yeah.
And I think in this class, yes, you've got a handful of projects, but the top end where they're actually placing their money, I think these are legitimately guys that are going to touch the field within 2 years. Mm-hmm. Maybe with the exception of offensive line, because it's still the most developmental position on the field, hands down.
Unless you're Georgia.
So
you're starting 2 freshmen coming into the Auburn game.
Oh, Materia's hurt. I'm sorry, Zach. I just now saw that.
So my point in all that is, Cole, as I agree with you on, they can still sub playing time because they're actually getting kids like this into the game, right? Like I think they realize their chances of holding on to a guy, this premier 5-star, and having him ride the bench for 3 years is not going to happen. Like it's just not.
Right.
Well, let's see. Before I want to look at tentative, our running list of visitors for the UGA game. But before I do, man, got to get in that brunt, son. Got to get in that brunt, man. So Brunt's our new sponsor, our little mid-show sponsor, man. I love some Brunt workwear, and I tell you what, it's been well received by our members. I've seen several guys already reaching out with testimonials, and Ethan Lowry used our our promo code, got him some. For a limited time, our listeners get $10 off Brunt when you use War Eagle, capital W, capital E, one word. At checkout, just head to bruntworkwear.com, use the promo code War Eagle, and you're good to go. I got the Karens. I'm sorry. I got the Marins. And then the other one is he got the almonds. The almonds. Or the almonds? Some here. I can't get through it all. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got the Marin, and he got the Omen. And the Omens are sharp, man. They're both sharp. And the thing I loved about these boots, and I put them on and started wearing them immediately. They're already broken in. They're ready to go. No doubt the most comfortable work boots I've ever worn. I'm trying to think. They're still towed, by the way. Waterproof, all kind of stuff. Comfortable right out of the box. No long, painful break-in like those other brands. But they're just as comfortable. I promise you, they're freaking comfortable. Like a tennis shoe, man. Waterproof, safety toe, soft toe, pull on, or lace up. They've got all the options that can handle whatever job site you're walking into. Brunt stands behind what they make. This is cool right here. You can wear them to work, and if they're not right for you, send them back, big dog. I don't know any other brand willing to do that, but that's a company that believes in their product. No. Go right now to bruntworkwear.com and enter the promo code War Eagle, get $10 off Brunt, and we'll appreciate it, man. And you will not be sorry. Ethan Lowry says he's not sorry. Good stuff, Brunt Workwear. Appreciate you, big dog. All right, go ahead.
Real quick before I want you to know the offensive line that Georgia's possibly rolling into Jordan here with. So many familiar names on this recruiting show that we've talked about. They'll probably have Micah Morris back. He got shaken up, but at one point in the Kentucky game, this was their lineup: Bo Hughley, Daniel Calhoun, Drew Bobo at center,
former Auburn commitment,
Dontrell Glover, true freshman at guard.
He's a good one.
And another true freshman, Juan Gaston.
Wow.
How about that? I want to throw that out there.
Wow.
Probably most of those guys picked Georgia over Auburn.
I think the only one that Auburn really wasn't involved with
was it
Calhoun.
Yes.
They wanted to be.
Yes, they very much wanted to be. They just never really got any traction.
Yeah.
Boy, Stacy's got his hands full right now, man.
Micah Morris. Was Auburn in on Micah Morris at all? A little bit.
Big time.
Right? Yeah.
Big time. They were the number 2 school for Micah Morris.
That's right.
Let's see. Hey, Zach, I'm going to share the running visitor list. Let me see if I can get over here. So we can just kind of go through it and look at some of the names and some of the guys we think could make this list before the end of the week. Most, if not all, of the commitments are coming in. Braylon Womack, Jace Matthews is coming in. That's going to be a big visit. Aiden and Andrew Harris, we talked about them, I believe, Sunday night or later last week, that they might be coming in. Jacquez Wilkes, Marquez Daniel, Gold had that up. Peyton Falzon's coming down. Wilson Zaire's coming down. Goon's coming up. There's the other Harris. Jacob, red on the head. That's some fire, son.
Did he has not committed to Oklahoma, right?
Not yet.
But he was trending that way.
I tell you what, this next guy, this is a big one for me.
Yeah.
Franklin Whitley, man. Auburn went and saw him early last week. He's kind of I don't know if he's an edge or if he's a 5, but he's 6'7", 265. He's just kind of like having a breakout senior year.
Yeah.
Boy, that feels eerily similar to Joseph Mbachu last year.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Who actually is in the playing rotation for Florida right now as a freshman.
Let's see who else. Xavier Rucker, Kentrell White, tight end commitment, Parker Pritchett, and there's Oliver Miller, who Ranger was asking us about Cooper Crosby and Eric Perry, both coming over from Mississippi, 2 running backs. Tristan Lyles, which we have determined, I believe, that he is reclassified because he was a 2027 guy at some point. He's coming up.
That he was.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I mentioned this guy. I mentioned this in a war room or two weeks ago, I think. Auburn good. There's a world where Auburn signs a kicker in this class, and if so, keep an eye on this Hayden Chambers kid from Fort Payne.
Fort Payne,
home of
Alex and Evan McPherson.
Oh, really?
I was going to say Alabama.
Man, that's who I was looking for.
Randy Owens, man.
The musical supergroup Alabama.
How about you, Alabama? Hell yes, where I got my how about you from?
Little Dixieland delight.
How about you, Alabama? Roll on.
They say it in one of their songs. I think it's the Christmas song, though, right?
Is it?
Christmas in Dixie? Don't they say it in Fort Payne,
I just told you.
Alabama?
Oh, yeah, in Fort Payne, Alabama. Happy Christmas.
Seriously, what is it about Fort Payne and kickers, man?
Fort Payne and kickers, currently committed to Mississippi State, but he camped at Auburn in the summer, really liked him, basically told him, if we take one, you are our guy, and this looks like could be a step in the right direction as far as if Auburn were to take one. He could potentially be the guy. Let me give you a couple of more names that could possibly. I will say Corey Wells. We talked about him. Yes. Tank Jones. I expect to see both of those guys on this list. Let me give you one, Cole. Claude Impuma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
maybe Claude Impuma.
I want to say I made a post about him maybe a month ago. Like I still consider him an offensive line target for Auburn. I would not count him out just yet.
A bunch more names again that we're either confirming or going to get expectations from Auburn as far as there is. Ernest Rankins, Florida State commitment.
Yes,
Ernest. Been kind of quiet on Ernest, but
and he's a quiet guy. You don't hear a lot about his recruitment.
I don't think has he changed schools. By the way, Ernest, this season
that I do not know
because he was at Southwest DeKalb where Sam Turner was.
Yes,
I think he's at Cedar Grove now.
That would make sense.
Oh, Antoine Jackson.
Yeah, it's still South Side Atlanta, but Cedar Grove's been a little bit more of a powerhouse than Southwest DeKalb.
Yeah,
I've got some defensive linemen that you guys might go, Ernest Rankins, Corey Wells, Caleb Morris, which that's not a Bryce Perry Wright.
That's a for me.
Vodney Cleveland.
Not surprised in the slightest. Not surprised if he would show up.
I will be honest. That's a for me. Given some of the things I heard at one point, I'm with you on not surprised, but
I heard very similar things, Alan. I chose not to listen.
You're probably smart.
You know what I mean?
Who are you talking about, BPW or Vodney?
Vodney Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. He's kind of like the Antonio Coleman.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying like any kind of personality traits. I'm talking about their recruitments.
Recruitments are similar.
Yeah. The buzz is here and there and there.
Basically, that's what we heard, that the buzz was dying down, that Auburn was really going to be in it, and I chose not to listen to that. I feel like Auburn will be in it.
Cole says those, when you're drinking a little bit, you got one of those girls you circle back to at the bar, huh?
Yeah. 10 minutes, let's go.
Hey, yeah. Let's go ahead and text this one out.
Remember that drink I bought you at 8 o'clock? Let's see. Tico Crittenton, which Auburn went and saw. I think he's committed to Florida State. Okay. Yep. Auburn went and saw him last week. Elijah Brown, Big Dog 2027.
Big time.
In state. Donovan Moore in state. Let's see. Let me give you a couple more.
I talked to Carlos May. He will not be at the game.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Cedarian Morgan, he shut down his recruitment. I do not expect to see him there. And even if he does, I don't really care. Devin Carter could be in the house. We'll keep an eye on him.
That's interesting.
And Tyron Wortham, we've talked a lot about him about next week, but he could sneak up here for an unofficial visit Saturday night.
Wouldn't be surprising. It wouldn't be totally surprising because it feels like Auburn's making a move there.
Yeah, I hear you. I agree. I agree on Tyron Wortham. Tank Jones, we talked about him. Chicken, Jaborius Garor
I
from
haven't talked about
Mobile,
him in a while. He's a big deal. He's a big deal.
committed to Alabama, right?
Yes.
Okay. Jordan Carter, Bellantoni went and saw him last week, but I've heard that he might like to come up for like a practice, like a midweek visit. He's but anyways, he could be at the game as well. Cam, didn't you mention Cam Pritchett earlier, Cole?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Not off the show. I think we were talking about him.
We were talking about him. Oh yeah, Tristan Lyles when we were talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Pritchett,
who was an Oregon commit, right?
Good question. He's a 2027. Is he from Central Phoenix City?
Yeah, he's committed to Oregon. It's crazy, but yes.
We talked about Jae Lamar, Xavier Crowell, Rucker, Cooper Crosby. They're already on the list. Looking at some more 20. Tyler Atkinson.
I would say he ends up with Georgia. Do y'all still feel that way?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
He's committed to Texas, though.
He's committed to Texas. I will believe that Kirby misses on a recruit in the state of Georgia when I see it.
Yeah.
When he's doing this guy he really wants. And yes, did they let a running back leak out of South Georgia last year and go to Florida State? I would tell you they had an opportunity to match what Florida State presented that young man with, and they could have matched, and maybe they could have snagged him. I think they feel a little bit differently about that linebacker prospect, and my guess is he ends up in Georgia's class.
Yeah.
I've got some more interesting. Shadarius Tootle. I think he's been at every home game.
He has.
How about Jordan Campbell, the Miami commit?
That's okay. Because he could double, right? Like he's not just a linebacker. He could also be an edge for Rock. And that's one I would start. I think they have legitimate interest in him. Now, how much interest does he have in Auburn?
Yeah.
That's one I would like to find out more about, but I think he's one they have a high grade on for sure.
I got a big dog tight end, potentially Caden Prothrow.
I put zero stock on that one.
Yeah, me too. But the thing with the tight ends is like, man, they'll visit. Getting them to commit has been something else, man.
It has. It's been tough for Ben, but you've got a big one in KK Johnson coming in this weekend.
Yeah.
Do you decide that that's the one you really want to invest in? Do you like the target that you have presently within the class? He's got some options, and I felt like he's got some other unique kids that he's in on that are committed to other schools, some that are on your hot board right now, where I've watched their cut-ups and the kids can play. They're very different than the two that we've really kind of spent a large part of the time focusing on. They're more true H-backs, but I think this offense could use an H-back if we're being completely honest.
Wayne Henry is going to try and get Jair Edwards down. Trey Bell, we talked a lot about him at safety not too long ago, and then the buzz kind of dropped off. I think he's Florida State. Craig Tutt. Am I getting them two mixed up?
No, Trey Bell is Florida State. Craig Tutt is Ole Miss.
Okay.
I think.
Tyreek Green.
Yep. Georgia.
Boogie Green.
Potentially Boogie. Adrian Cole is at 2027. I think he committed to Alabama not too long ago.
Did he? He was at Auburn. He may have.
Let me see. ADRYAN Cole.
No, he's not committed right now.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, he was at Auburn South Alabama game, I think.
And he is teammates with Jordan Carter.
Yep.
Okay.
County.
Mm-hmm. These are just guys to keep an eye on, man. They absolutely could be added to the list. Zion Gibson's committed to Alabama. Travis Stevenson, potential.
Interesting.
He's still committed to Georgia Tech.
Yes, still committed to Tech. I think Tech's done a really good job of trying to shore up his recruitment, but he's a guy that's had a lot of different schools coming at him. So I'm going to be interested to see if that sticks with Tech. The word, or at least what I was told, is that they're having some difficulty on the rev share front as far as fully funding that piece. So how does that affect their recruiting class? That's something I'm tracking.
So a lot of, the foundation, the base that we've already got confirmed, or at least expected or planning to be at Auburn, is very impressive. What we've got showing here. The 2027s is also a big group of 2027s coming in, and then next weekend will be the same. Anything? What do you think? Does a 3-point loss to Georgia? Does losing another close game move the needle for you at all? And listen, losing a 3-point game, but looking competent on offense and just getting beat by a better team.
I think it means, because there are a lot of fans that are just upset right now, right? A lot of people that are just upset. I think if there's a good showing on offense, does it change the fact that people are upset? No, but it probably changes the presentation of it.
Does Hugh Freeze's pitch then have a little bit more merit?
I think so. I think it has a lot more merit if the offense were to play better. And that is an interesting devil's advocate point there, Jeffrey. I think what it does, though, is it makes Missouri a hell of an anxiety bowl for Hugh, because if you drop the one to Georgia, it feels like Missouri is the moon, right? Like you've got to have that one. So I think it probably creates a different recruiting pitch for the vein of this show, right? And it quiets some noise and it legitimizes exactly what Hugh just said. But it brings its own problems as well, as far as the overall stability of the coaching staff, where you've got to get a victory or two here relatively soon to be able to kind of squelch some of the noise.
Cole, as far as a win goes Saturday night, how far would that go in recruiting?
Game changer. Total
Literally.
Game changer. Hey. No, really. I mean, you turn into a legitimate flip threat for a lot of the guys we just mentioned there. I mean, for the potential visitors for Georgia, you basically just read through everybody we've seen come across campus
right
year that's a top target. And there's a very high chance that, I mean, not every single one of those guys will be there, but a good chunk of them will be there. And you have a chance to really grab their attention this week. Now, I don't think losing at all helps, and I'm trying not to think in the mind of our world or even the Auburn fans' world, because they don't think that way. I know they don't. But, it's the negative recruiting elsewhere, I think, is where it just grows and grows and grows.
Yeah.
You just don't want to feed that anymore. It's you're to a point where you're about to feed it out of control. And you can't do it. You just can't do
it. You said something, Alan. Man, regardless of what happens Saturday night, win or lose, that Missouri game is huge, because you talked about losing and how big the Missouri game is. Think about how big it is if Auburn wins. It's a freaking must win.
Yes, because either way you look at it, right? Like
it's a must win.
It's a must win because you want to continue the momentum you just created with Georgia, right?
Yeah.
And if you lose it, where are you at again? Georgia probably doesn't change. I mean, at that point, yes, you can say, hey, we beat Georgia. And that's a huge accomplishment, right? You haven't done that in 9 games. And Georgia's been hanging that over your head in recruiting, like, these guys can't beat us. You know what I mean? Do you want to get developed and go to the NFL, or do you want to go to Auburn? You know what I mean? That's almost verbatim of what I was told one of the recruiting pitches was. So, you're right, man. Missouri is an important game either which way you slice it. I think if you lose, you got to have it. If you win, you got to have it to sustain.
Mm-hmm. It would almost be, God, what a major letdown to beat Georgia and then to lose Missouri. But hey, first things first, beat Georgia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Beat Georgia, and this team absolutely can. And I think it's going to be a fantastic game, and I think it's going to be a fantastic recruiting crowd. Going to retire Cameron Jarrell's number, finally.
Well earned, well deserved.
It's been 84 years. How about yous?
I think I have 4.
Okay. I've got 2.
Okay.
You want to go first this time, Alan?
Sure. Danny Archer gets one for me. I'm not going to say what it was, but I got a
times 2, big dog.
I got a good laugh at some of Danny's better work. And then I want to give one to P. Diddy because we had a little bit of a discussion or a disagreement on the board, but I felt like he made some valid points and helped me kind of see a different part of an argument that I might not necessarily have been as focused on. So I always like it when I get a contrarian viewpoint that that gives me a different perspective. So how about you, Dan?
Is there a hyphen in that name?
I don't think
okay.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going away. He's going away for he's got a band. He got a 3-year band coming up.
Ooh, there you go. No Diddy.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
Hello, quality entertainment. Hello. How about you, big dog?
I love to sneak it in every now and again, man.
And it slaps, Alan Ed. That's what the kids say. It slaps.
Slaps. Yeah.
All right. So you got Danny Archer and P. Diddy. All right, Cole.
Just going, dang, I got banned. What? Yeah, I got 4.
Okay.
Frank Thomas for Nugenics, which is a hilarious username.
Frank Thomas for Nugenics. Oh yeah, I remember he used to sell that shit.
Frank Thomas. Yeah, and he's got the picture. That's his profile picture is Frank Thomas selling.
Is there a space between Frank and Thomas?
No spaces, and it's the number 4.
4. Okay, great. Thank you.
You should be able to find it off of that.
Okay, right.
Somebody posted a video that somebody put on Twitter. You know, we're extremists in this world today.
For sure.
Microwave society. And someone was like, man, how does this linebacker for A&M look so freaking good against Auburn? It's like he's had the best game of his life. And I watched it and I was like, he made a couple tackles. And Frank Thomas for Nugenics goes, that looks like a linebacker reading his keys. I thought it was funny.
Welcome.
He gets one for me. Damn it, Lewis.
That's a good poster.
DAMNIT?
No, it's MMIT. And there is a space and there's an exclamation point at the end of Lewis.
Okay, damn it.
Lower
your tone.
Had some words of encouragement. He was a fan of the film room this week, so I appreciate it. The last 2 I have pertain to Redsville Schoolhouse.
I saw this. Okay.
Hold on, say that again.
The last 2 I have are both about Red's little schoolhouse.
Right on.
Yep. Harry Hogg or Harry Hoge.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about? Harry space HOGGE. Harry, we'll just say Hogg. He made a post. It's about
Harry Hogg.
Maybe I should say Hoge.
He needs to go check out our new sponsor, Manscaped.
Yes.
He probably needs it. Anyway, he made a post. It's about to go down. Thread title, and it's a picture of him at Reds.
Oh.
So one for him, and then one for a Roswell High 842 who invited me to go have some Reds here soon, and I'm going to take him up on it.
Is he the one that's got the hunting land right around there?
I believe he is.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to be down to Highland Home. Me and Schofield, we go over all the time. We're regulars.
You like that apple and cheese casserole they got over there? You ever had that one?
I don't order off the menu.
No, it's on the buffet.
Really? See, here's the thing about Reds, man. I got my go-tos, man. Like I'm getting, I got the salad for one. Holy smokes, dude! They got homemade ranch. It's freaking unbelievable. They got jalapenos.
But try the Thousand Island. I'm not really a Thousand Island
guy. Really?
My goodness, theirs is homemade and it's fantastic.
And they got cold metal plates to put your salad on, and then they've got like jalapeno spears to put in there. But anyways, cold chicken and dumplings, man. I've never been a chicken and dumplings guy. But man, they're really good. I love the fried chicken wings.
My staple is the squash casserole. I have to have it.
Dude, what is it with fried livers, man? Fried chicken livers. Do y'all eat them?
I like the gizzards.
See, now you sound like my granddad, dude.
Oh, that's my favorite part besides the squash casserole. I got to have that. Okay. And it's always there. They always have it.
No, Jeffrey, I'm with you. I don't do gizzards and I don't do livers, man.
I tried, dude. I tried. And I just can't. When I stick a fried chicken liver in my mouth, all I can think about is me at Piggly Wiggly getting the chicken livers and going catfishing and thinking somebody put some batter on this and threw it in the frying pan. Like, I'm out, son. I'm out.
I don't really like the livers. I do like the gizzards, though.
A little extra crunch.
All right. How about you, Danny Archer, for the same reason? That was hilarious. Ethan Lowry, we talked about him for the brunt. He ordered the War Eagle, got his Roswell High. E-Moss, how about you, big dog? He was the one who put up about the 100-yard rusher.
Yes, he did.
We talked about on the call-in show.
Yeah, that was him that called in too, right?
It was. It was E-Moss.
Was it?
A couple weeks back, yeah.
Okay.
He was the one that called in and it had the comparisons to the Texas A&M.
Yeah, A&M. Yeah, that was good. He's fantastic. How about you, B-Dog? How about you to AU 890886, not to be confused with AU 890887. So that's how about you to AU 890886. How about you to Kyle Hatcher? How about you, Big Dog? Big fan of the show. How about you, Big Dog?
Times 2 on that.
Okay,
make that a cubed, please.
Oh, trifecta.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Triple play. Hat trick. Is that what it's called?
Yes, it is the hat trick.
All right. And then
I don't want to give away. Anyway, go ahead.
Sanso to Auburn. How about you? And listen, how about you to Delicious?
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Oh.
Right. And let me see why. Let me see why. Let me just make sure this is the same one. I mean, let me make sure he now he was. I think he was talking about coaching changes and stuff, and he just says, "I have zero faith in the people that do the hiring to make the right decision." I'm almost with him on that. Like, look at the past two ways that Auburn has went about it. Man, Auburn has made some bizarre coaching moves. So, stop while I'm ahead. All right. So, how about you, Delicious? Sanso to Auburn, Kyle Hatcher times 3, big dog. The hat trick, Kyle Hat trick. Hey, AU 890886, E-Moss, big dog. Roswell High 842, Ethan Lowry, Danny Archer times 2, P Diddy, no doubt, no Diddy, no diggity, no doubt. Frank Thomas for Nugenics. Damn it, Lewis, and big old Harry Hogg. How about you, man? Y'all stay tuned to Auburn Sports throughout the week because we're going to be updating that running visitor list, have all the recruiting news going into the weekend as well as coming out of it, and we'll be tracking it all there at Auburn Sports. And then we'll be back Sunday night with a call-in show. Don't forget, if you're in the market for a Chevrolet GMC, give Caleb Schofield a call there at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, 334-531-0996. Telling me you want that. How about you, special? All right, that's going to do it, folks. We appreciate everybody listening. We appreciate everybody watching. For Cole, for Alan, for Zach in the back. Who stayed in the back? I'm Jeffrey Lee, man. Y'all stay out of that left lane. See ya.